everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to discuss about Android versions and evolutions. From the very first Android release to today's powerful systems, we are going to take a journey through how Android grew version by version, transforming the way we use our smartphones every single day. I am Yojita from AIB, and in this session, we will explore the story of Android, how it started, evolved, and became the heart of almost every smartphone on the planet. So let's dive in and see how Android went from a simple idea to a global tech revolution. Before we jump into all the cool Android versions, let's start with a quick introduction. Android is an open source mobile operating system created by Google. It made its grand debut in 2008, built on the powerful Linux kernel. Originally, it was just meant for smartphones, but look at it now. Android runs on our TVs, cars, watches, and even some home appliances. It supports multiple programming languages like Java and Kotlin, making it super flexible for developers. And here's the fun fact. Today, Android is the world's most popular mobile operating system, covering billions of devices across the globe. So, we have seen where Android began. But with so many options out there, why has it become the world's most popular mobile OS? This isn't an accident, it's by design. Firstly, Android gives you choice. It can be as simple and clean as you want, or you go wild, change launchers, icon packs, and widgets until your phone feels like a true extension of your personality. It doesn't force you into one way of doing things. Secondly, Android is everywhere. It's not just in your pocket. It's on your wrist with your Wear OS watch and your big TV with Android TV and in your car, making every drive smarter. It's a unified ecosystem that connects your entire digital life. And thirdly, you have the power of access. The Google Play Store is a universe of millions of apps and games. Whether you are a hardcore gamer, a productivity master, or just looking for the perfect photo editor, there's an app for that. This massive ecosystem means your phone can do almost anything you can imagine. So simple to use but powerful enough to customize. It's a universal key to your tech, all powered by an endless world of apps. This is the powerhouse that Android evolved into. And the journey to get here was full of some of the most delicious updates we have ever seen. Okay, now, welcome to the foundation. Android 1.0 was the bare bones debut, but Cupcake sweetened the deal massively. This is where we got the iconic on screen keyboard, freeing us from physical buttons, and the first taste of home screen widgets, making our phone feels truly alive. Now we are here at Desert Naming Tradition. We arrive at one of the most beloved and unique chapters in tech history, Android's Desert Naming Tradition. This wasn't just a version number, it was a personality. With Android 1.5, they did not just deliver a crucial update, they gave it a name, Cupcake, and thus a delicious tradition was born. Each subsequent version would be named after a dessert and they would follow alphabetical order. This sweet saga continued all the way through Pi until 2019. With Android 10, Google decided to retire the tradition. The reason? Create a cleaner, more universal branding that could be easily understood globally, where some desert names don't translate well. It was the end of an era, but what a wonderfully sweet one it was. This is the Android version's evolution timeline. This was the very first Android. It was very basic. It has apps like Gmail, Maps, and YouTube, but there was no App Store yet. And from here, the sweet tradition begins. Cupcake in April 2009. This was where the desert name started. It introduced the on screen keyboard, so phones no longer needed a physical keyboard. It also let you upload videos to YouTube. And next, it's a donut on September 2009. Added the quick search box and most importantly, support for different screen sizes. And next, Éclair in October 2009. A huge update. It gave us Google Maps navigation like free GPS, live wallpapers, and the ability to have multiple email accounts on the phone. And next, it's Froyo in May 2010. Stands for frozen yogurt. It brought speed improvements and the first time you could use your phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot. And next, it's a Gingerbread in December 2010. Android started a Android started to look more polished. It introduced a black and green theme and made gaming better. And next, it's a Honeycomb in 2011. And here where the tablet era and a new look started. This version was made only for tablets. It had a new holographic design with blue colors. Next, it's an ice cream sandwich in October 2011. This was a major design change. It combined the best of phone and tablet Android. It introduced the Google search bar, folders for apps, and most importantly, it removed physical buttons in favor of on screen back, home, and recent apps buttons. And next, it's a Jelly Bean on November 2012. Made the system much smoother. It introduced Google Now and expandable notifications so you could see more info without opening the app. Next, it's KitKat, October 2013. From this, it's a refining the experience. Partnered with the chocolate brand, the design became cleaner. It let apps use the full screen and officially welcomed OK Google voice commands. Next, it's a Lollipop on November 2014, the biggest visual change ever with material design, like a flat, colorful new look. It also introduced priority mode for notifications. Next, it's a Marshmallow on October 2015, added a feature we all use now, like fingerprint support. It also gave us Now on Tap, which could read your screen and give you information. And next, it's Nougat on August 2016, introduced split screen mode. It also improved notifications from the doors feature to save more battery life. Next, it's a Oreo. Like here, modern refinements happen. From here, like Oreo on August 2017 brought picture-in-picture mode for watching videos while using other apps and notification channels for better control. Next, it's Pi on August 2018 introduced gesture navigation like swipe to go home, swipe to switch apps, and a new simpler design with rounded corners. And from here, it's the end of desert names. It's Android 10 in 2019. Google dropped the desert name to make it simpler. It introduced a full gesture navigation system and a system wide dark mode. And next, it's Android 11 in 2020. Focused on communication and privacy, it put all your conversations and media controls in a dedicated space, made it so that apps only get one time permission to your location. And next, it's Android 12 in 2021, another huge design change called Material U that lets your phone's color change to match your wallpaper. It also made animations much smoother. Next, it's Android 13. Refine the material you theming, giving you more color options. It also added more privacy controls and made messaging apps like WhatsApp copy or paste smarter. And next, it's Android 14 in 2023, focused on customization and accessibility. It introduced new lock screen clocks, larger fonts, and made it easier for people with vision needs to use their phones. Next, it's Android 15 in 2024, the latest version. It brings better satellite connectivity for messaging without service, improved volume controls, and features to help save your phone's battery health over time. In this, the fun fact, even though the public names are now numbers, Google still use desert names internally like vanilla ice cream for Android 15 to keep the tradition alive inside the company. Demo, I'm going to show you how to build a simple Android app that detects which version of Android your device is running. This is actually a really important concept because professional apps use this technique to provide different features based on the Android version. So let's dive right in. Here I have created my application in Android Studio. Like first I will open Android Studio and create a new project. I'm choosing empty activity, naming it my application and selecting Kotlin as my language. Now I have clicked finish and wait for it to load. And this is what you are seeing. Is the activity main.xml file. Like it's create what the user will see. Like this is where we design our screen. I have two text boxes here. The first one is the title that says Android version detector. The second one has an ID called version text. This is where we will show the Android version. Right now it says detecting version, but our code will change this later. I have made the text bigger and added some colors to make it look nice. This is our main file, main.activity.kt. At the top, I am creating a variable called version text. This will connect to the text box we made in the layout it in the onCreate function, which runs when the app starts. I first connect the layout to this code using setContentView. Then I connect our version text variable to the actual text box on screen using findViewById. Now here's the important part. Android has a built-in class called build that gives us system information. I am using build.version.release. This gives me the version number like 14 or 13. This is what you see in your phone's settings. I am also using build.version.sdk int. This gives me a number like 34 or 33. Developers use this number to check which features they can use. Both of these tell us the Android version just in different ways. I'm putting all this information into a text string that says Android version 14, SDK level 34, and so on. Then I'm setting this text to appear on our screen. I'm also showing a toast message. That's the little pop-up at the bottom of the screen. This just gives you the user a quick notification while the app starts. I added a bonus feature showing the dessert name that Google gave to each Android version. Android 14 is called Upside Down Cake, Android 13 is Tiramisu, and so on. I made a simple function that checks the version number and returns the matching name. Like you might wonder, why do we need to know the Android version? Well, newer Android versions have the new features, but not everyone updates their phone right. So when developers make apps, they check the Android version first. If it's an old version, they use old features. If it's new, they can use cool new features. This way the app works for everyone. That's why version detection is so important. The future of Android is all about getting smarter and more connected. Your phone will use more AI to automate tasks for you, making things easier. Security and privacy will keep getting stronger to better protect your information. Android will also work more deeply with AR, VR glasses and wearables. Blending the digital and real world, finally, it will expand connectivity through satellite messaging and control even more smart devices in your home and life. And that brings us to the end of our journey. We have seen how Android started as a simple system for basic phones in 2008 and grew into the powerful AI driven operating system we have in 2025. We walked through its timeline, explored its key versions, and saw its futures in action. One thing is clear, Android's evolution never stops, and it will continue to shape a smarter, more connected future for all of us. Thank you for watching.